I forget that not everyone lives in Medium like I do. So I'll try to make things a little more sensible for people who maybe aren't as familiar with the topics.
Do you see like a way for fiction writers to use Medium to bring people to their writing?
The really cool thing about Medium is that, and I firmly believe this, there is an audience out there for just about every imaginable interest. It's huge. There are so many readers on Medium. And I actually have thought of a strategy for how I would get fiction readers on Medium and get them off Medium and like buying and reading my book if I went that route. And I think the first thing you'd have to do is figure out what fiction readers, whatever niche you like to write in. Like for me, I'm very keen to write a rom-com, like a Sally Thorne style, and I would love to do a fantasy novel. I feel like that's more ambitious because it's so dense. But I'm trying to figure out what they like to read, like what nonfiction they like to read when they're not reading books, like I hope mine will be. And I would start to target that space with my own blog posts, nonfiction. I think the mistake a lot of novelists make on Medium is maybe they start to write about writing, which is the thing that they know most about. And if you reach other writers, awesome. They will probably support your book, but that's not going to be the bulk of your readership, or hopefully it won't be. Hopefully you'll be reaching people who aren't reading your stuff because they want to write their own novel. You reach people who want to read your book because they love it.
Right.
So that's what I would do. I would publish stuff targeting the readership that I imagine exists on Medium, and I would make my own publication on Medium. On Medium, you can make something called a publication, which is just basically a collection of themed stories. You can make your own. You can submit to other ones that exist on the platform. Anybody can make one. Anybody can run one. They're run by real people. They're not usually run by Medium employees. They're run by other Medium writers. Those publications are so useful for anybody who's trying to figure out what their audience is into, because people who follow the publication, they are saying with that follow that that's what they like to read about. That's what they're interested in. And if you manage to publish in that publication, if you say, hi, editor of, I don't know, fantasyreaders.com, or that's a made-up publication I made. I would love to submit this article about the top 10 theories for Brandon Sanderson's 5th Stormlight Archive novel. I want to write that article for your publication. Will you let me publish it? You publish it, tons of people read your stuff, and maybe they'll follow you. And then that's how I would start building an audience of people who I think will be interested in the kind of things that I ultimately want to write about in a novel, not just nonfiction. And that's the power of publications.
Check out a sneak peek of this season starting now.
It might not look like this from the outside, because I try really hard to make it look like this is all a very well-polished, well-oiled machine, but my writing business grew really organically. I added pieces here and there, picking up different streams as I saw fit. So this year was the year I wanted to start taking my business more seriously.
My writers, they have a passion for writing. They have a story that they have to get out to a certain audience, and they're not afraid to step outside of the box. Or, sometimes they are afraid, but they're willing to be pushed.
So to me, that is about getting up, doing my work. When I'm tired, I sleep. Sorry, it's very mean to say that to parents of young children. When I'm hungry, I eat, right? And not thinking that you're going to get to a place of perfection